kids would ask their uncle to ask Grandma if I could go over to their house and eat. And she would say, okay, 1 hour only. And they would say, okay, come on, let's go and eat. Oh, and the food was just amazing. It was so wonderful, and it was nice to meet them. And they said, let's go ahead and play football. And I was like, I don't know what football is. And they said, you throw the ball, and I just had no idea. So they were like, what do you do in your house? And I said, I don't do anything. I just sit and I read. I do nothing. And they were just like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. So they taught me how to play football. And I learned how to catch and throw, and it was just so wonderful. And the two boys were twins. And I learned a lot from them. 1 hour at a time, really. And their uncle would go and ask again, and one day the woman just said no, and that was it. We were finished being friends. So I was not allowed at that one time, and every time after that I was not allowed. One time I met her children. There was one day there was no school, and one day her granddaughter came, and she was the same age as me. And she said, come on, you can come to my school. And I said, your school? And she asked her grandmother if I could go with her, and the grandmother said yes. I went to her school, and it was amazing. I learned. They were communicating. I learned words. Mostly I learned from their body gestures, and I could, read their speech a little bit. I could speak really well, but receptive skills were a little bit off. I learned a game. There was a pole with a ribbon. There was many ribbons on the top of the pole, and the kids would walk around, and it was so exciting. It was a great experience. So I lived with that woman, and it was springtime. It was Easter vacation. And I got to go home for 1 week with my family. My brothers and sisters had new friends for me, and I was so excited. They said, come on, I'll come and introduce you to your new friends. So we walked, and so my brother and my sister had learned how to skip, and it was just so exciting. They were skipping on the railroad tracks, and I was like, wow. So I went ahead and tried it, and I learned how to do it, and then something happened. My foot got stuck. My brother and sister, come on, you're teasing, stop doing that, come on. But seriously, I couldn't move, and I started crying, and my brother and sister were really concerned, and they asked me what's wrong. And my sister picked me up, and my brother was looking at me. Oh, my hearing aid had cracked a little bit, and we were done playing at that time, and my ankle was broken. So we were closer to a friend's house, so my brother and my sister carried me to my friend's house, and their family is from Minnesota. Mexico. They're from Mexico. It's a new sign here, I know. This is the old one, but this is Mexico here too. So their father was not home yet, and I just rested and waited. And they asked me if I wanted food, and I said, no, I don't want food. I was just so scared. They were all new faces. And my brother and sister were like, it's okay. And they were out of food that I liked, but so they were trying to find food for me to eat. But finally, their father arrived home, and he looked me over, and I said, if you touch my leg, I will kill you. And he's like, okay, we better take her home. So he got me in the car, and he took me to my parents' house, and he told my mom and dad. She hurt her ankle. Oh, and they said no, it's probably just a spring, it's fine. They go ahead and put hot water on it.
They soaked my foot